afternoon, Ralph.
Hello, good afternoon.
It feels like deja vu asking you questions about your future again. I know you were asked last weekend whether you felt you're under pressure, and there were reports in the media yesterday questioning your future again. Do you feel like you're fighting for your job here at Southampton?
You don't need to ask me these questions if you don't want to. So it's not your job. You can have a beautiful game we can talk about. From our side, it's always the same. From my side, I'm here for quite a long time. So we had some tough times here in this club in the past, and also some good times. And I don't have a different feeling about my job than I think any other manager in the Premier League. You need to get results, you need to get wins, and this is what we are concentrating on.
You mentioned you've had tough times in the past. Does this feel any different, the period you're in right now, just 12 points from 20 Premier League games?
I mean, we had better ones, that's for sure. And we are facing Man City. You know what team we are facing at the moment. But I also know that we draw twice against them last season, and we were one of the few teams that took point in Etihad, and this is the only thing we are concentrating on. All the other things is maybe a topic for you, not for me.
And on Manchester City, up against a certain Erling Haaland, how do you go about stopping a player like that?
No, I think if you reduce Man City to Erling Haaland, this is what you like to do. I think there are more players that you have to concentrate on. If you look on Erling Haaland, then I think you will also not win this game. I think we have showed in the past against a strong side that we are competitive, and this year they are even stronger. And it's a good challenge to show us again if you are able to take something there.
I know you're focusing on the whole of Manchester City, rightly so as well, but for Erling Haaland in particular, are you surprised by how quickly he's hit the ground running in the Premier League since arriving in the summer?
But it's not that surprising that a good player coming in a good team can be a successful goal scorer. This is not that surprising for me. I mean, he scored a goal in every club he has played so far, and this is by far the best club he has played in. So there was not one reason why he shouldn't do it in this club also. And that he's an exceptional player and he's playing an exceptional team is what everybody sees now, and fantastic for the Premier League that players like him are coming to us.
And finally for me, you've got a young group here at Southampton. You spoke before that they need a little bit more time to gel. Is there enough patience in the Premier League to allow this young group the time and the opportunity to develop?
Definitely. Because this is a way without alternative for us as a club, and this is the reason why we have to go this route. It definitely hurts us that we have some injured young players. They have qualities, and in the end, this is something that we see. It was also last game with Juan, an intense Premier League game for the young lads. They have to get adapted to it. We have some problems with fitness also, because I think it is a different level of intensity when you play in this league, and that is what they have to learn, and this is something that doesn't come from one day to the other.
Can I just ask, have you got a message for the fans who might be a bit frustrated right now with the results on the field?
Yeah, the message is a very, very clear one. We have had 3 very tight games. The last 3 we lost with 1 goal difference, and I think especially in the last one we had a much higher chance of winning than the opponent, but we didn't do it, and this is what we have to learn. And I think we see that the progress is there, but the Premier League is tough. We know this. We are going there, and you can be sure that we are not scared when we go to Man City. And this phase we want to see, and we want to show a brave team, and finally, hopefully, a successful one.
Thanks, Ralph.
Nick? Hi Ralph, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
If you can please talk us through the team news for this weekend, please.
Yeah, the team news, as I said, we had a few players, they have not trained the whole week. We had some issues with Arma and with Juan, with small injuries, but normally they should be available for the weekend. And 1-2 players out with a little bit illness, but they also have been back on the pitch today. So the group so far is together like it was.
You managed to really challenge Man City in previous meetings. Can you see a similar scenario this weekend?
No, as I said, I think they had some good job done on the transfer market, and definitely improved their offensive quality with an upgrade from Gabriel Jesus, who is also not such a bad player, to Erling Haaland, who does it even better. I think, yeah. What we want to speak about this team? I mean, we have seen yesterday evening a game from them. I think it is not easy to defend against them. We will find a way to do it.
Is that the best Man City, the most intimidating Man City you ever seen?
Absolutely. I think they had very often situations where they were dominating the league and scored goals every time, 3, 4, 5 goals. The fact is, they will not underestimate us. When you hear Pep talking after the game, that he saves players, leave them in the dressing room after halftime for being fresh for our game, then you know that he wants to come with the best possible squad against us. It is a kind of respect to us. Doesn't make it easier for us, but okay, we are going. We had last year 2 good games against them, 3 good games, and finally, we want to be a team that is showing their qualities.
Thank you.
Ralph, what are the characteristics that your team showed against them last year that you need to see again to compete with them? What is it? What was good about those performances?
Yeah, everything. Braveness against the ball and with the ball. I mean, we were often speaking about the percentage of possession you need to have if you want to have a chance. I mean, you cannot avoid them having a lot of chances against you, but normally I think there is a way to defend against them, and we have shown it in the past that we are able to do this. I mean, we have played last year there. It was maybe one of our best away games last season, and take a point there. A deserved one, I think, because we had also some good moments there. It's exactly the way you should go, but the fact is that for this you need to have every player on the highest level, and we will see if we can. We were working hard this week. We were trying to put everybody in the best possible shape, and then hopefully we are ready for this tough game.
I think most people, maybe everybody, would accept that they're on a different level to not only you but most teams. So as a manager, you can't dictate a result from the sidelines. You can only hope your team perform. I don't expect you to say you accept a defeat ever, but what's a minimum requirement for you to leave the Etihad happy with your team?
Yeah, I think it is very clear that in football it's everything about result. And if you take a point, then you are happy. If you don't take a point, you're not. It's very simple. Sure. I want to take something out of this game, and this is maybe a message also for us that we are on these moments have to see that we are good there, and I think we have shown it against them in the past that we can be a nasty opponent, and this is what we want to be.
Just on this season and you as a manager, I've been thinking a bit, and whilst everyone was excited in the summer with the money that was spent on bringing new players in, as the manager dealing with that, compared to last season, for example, you've had 10, 11 new players to assimilate into the squad. Most of them are kids who haven't played in the Premier League, and you never got your striker you needed at the end of the window, which you hoped you would get. Is your job this year harder than last year?
No, it is every year the same. The only thing is that the league gets stronger every year and tougher because of even more quality. Meanwhile, you have not only the top 6, you have also teams like Newcastle and so on. They are spending massive money. This is maybe was the reason why we in the end had not a chance to maybe bring every player in we wanted to bring in the end. But I think it was also in the last years not easier, to be honest. It was always tough. We had always moments where we were really committed. We had good decisions. We scored the goals in the right moments, and then turned these games on our side. It's very tight. Every game is very tight in the Premier League, and I think Man City away is maybe not the game you are expecting to take the points, but as I said, last year we took 2 points against them, so this is also possible.
But you accept that, you look at these results, losing by one goal, and you've had lots of shots, and with no disrespect to the strikers you've got, had the club got you the striker you needed, you might not be under the pressure you are in the newspapers this week.
No. I fully trust my players, and I absolutely know what job they do here, and we know that they can score goals and they can help us winning games. And my job is not to speak about players we haven't got. My job is to make the players we have much better.
Okay, we'll move on to the section embargoed for 10:30 this evening. Start with you, Jacob.
Hi, Ralph. You've often said that the best runs of form have coincided with a ruthless striker up front. Do you see that area as the main, perhaps, area to turn around form?
No, you see that in the Premier League to score goals, it is not the easiest way to do it. And even if you create chances like we have done in the past, it is still quality to defense here in this area, and therefore you need the exceptional moments. And we couldn't create these moments in the last games enough, I think. And then that can help to turn games around completely. A guy up front who scores a goal from nothing. This is what a lot of teams have, and in the end, then we had it last season also. In some moments, in our best moments, we had players that scored goals from nothing, and the year before also. And this season, we had not so many moments where we say, okay, we scored too many goals. But even then, I think last week we had scored the first goal, and this must be sometimes enough to win a game. And the problem is that we also are not able to have a clean sheet so far. And this is also something what you need to see. There are teams around there that score less goals than we do. But we need to get the clean sheets also to argue about that. The way we defended after the first goal was not Premier League like.
You obviously see how potent City are when they take the lead in the first 10 to 15 minutes. Is that almost a game within a game in terms of just being strong for the first 15 minutes and then perhaps growing into the game?
Not enough. 15 minutes would be good. We have had this in the Etihad very often, and I think you have to be, as I said, very, very clear what you have to expect there. You have to run unbelievable much. You have to fight unbelievable much. You have to play football unbelievable good. You have to be brave in some crazy moments, and in the end, you have to have massive luck that the chances they will get that you bring your leg in between or the hand or something like that. So all these points have to be there. And we have shown that we can do this, and that's the reason why we go there. And these are for me the most interesting games in the year. And you can feel the whole energy in the group. The whole week was fantastic because everybody is looking forward. Everybody wants to play this game, and this is what I want to see.
In terms of being brave, how important is it that your team retains some sort of threat in the counter-attack? Because we know what City are like. They like to suffocate you with possession. How important is it that you do have a threat on the break?
Yeah, I think. We are clear that our ball wins that we have, we can definitely get more out of it. And the good thing is that we have these ball wins, and I'm sure that we also will have against City if you want. And therefore, you need to be clinical with your counter-attack. And this is definitely something we were working on.
Could we see that work you done with a back five or back three in pre-season perhaps return at the Etihad?
I think we know that we have to be flexible also in the shape, and in the past we have often switched shape and tried to do something to be less to be harder to read if you want, but the moment when you do it is always the big issue, but at first you have to start well, and first you have to come in the game. This is tough enough against this group in a moment. And then we will see what happens.
Just lastly, Jayden McComb signed from Spurs this week. He was being picture training with the first team as well. How's he getting on? How's he settling in?
We have them sometimes also with us, and the group is showing immediately that they have quality, and this is okay.
Okay, Dan.
Hi Ralph, you okay? I wanted to ask about your goalkeeper, obviously Gavin Mazzoni going back to his old club this weekend. How would you assess his start and life in the Premier League? 'Cause obviously it's a big step and a big learning curve for him.
Yeah, you said it. It's a big step and a big learning, and it's a young lad who showed the potential, and I think it's a special game for him. And so far, I think he showed some good patterns in this game. But we have also seen that he has to learn still a lot. And I think important for me is always that I see the work they do with the goalkeepers, the support he gets from the other two lads to help him to get better. Very good character, as I always say, and has all the potential to become one time a very, very good goalkeeper.
I was going to ask you about the two lads that he was working with. I know, obviously, I think he made a point of sitting next to Willy Caballero, obviously, ex-Man City as well. I mean, how much of an influence can he have on him? Because I think he's almost double his age, isn't he?
Yeah, almost. No, absolutely amazing guy, to be honest, who you like to have in your team, because he's fantastic professional, playing for long years, and still is able to do what he likes to do the most: playing football, standing in the goal, flying around, catching balls. And when you see the joy he has with his job, this is something that you should take as a role model for when you're a young player, because this is something exceptional.
You mentioned about the lack of clean sheets, and it doesn't just come down to the goalkeeper, it's all the whole team as a defensive unit. But will that be something that will play on Gavin's mind, that lack of clean sheets at all?
Yeah, sure. I mean, would be a good moment, to be honest, to have the first one on the weekend for him. You're laughing. Okay, we had last year one there, so let's go in.
Looking at, obviously, lads on the injury front and stuff like that, I know obviously Romeo's still building up his recovery and everything like that as well, but I noticed some quotes from Roberto Martinez this week saying that, if that injury wasn't to happen, he could have been considered for the Belgian squad. That's high praise for him, isn't it, as he had such a young age, but shows the impact and the ability he's got, I suppose.
Yeah, we all have seen that he had some very good games in the beginning of the season, and we want to show that we can also win games without him, and this is what we haven't done so far. And he was a massive loss for us because of his injury, but to be honest, when we have 18 or 19-year-old player, we can replace him, then we have in general a problem. So we have to do it, and there are no excuses for because he's out. Yeah, but the others have the chance now to step up and to show their qualities.
Is that one of the key things, like you say, he's an 18-year-old player and stuff like that, but he's made such an impact? Is it the key thing to remember that he is only 18 and he has still got to develop?
No, he was an important signing for us in the summer, and the reason why we were having a good start and finally showed immediately that he is very brave, good on the ball, and has some qualities what you can definitely use in the Premier League.
You mentioned there obviously the forward options and scoring goals and everything like that as well. You've obviously got a player in your squad who's got, I think, more than 75 Premier League goals, and Theo Walcott there. He's obviously, how much of an impact can he have away from the field, as well as obviously we've not seen a lot of him on it, but how much of an impact can he have with working with those lads?
Absolutely important person in the moment, because we lost a lot of experienced players last summer, and because of his experience, he is important for the young players definitely, and also because of his professionalism, what he has and shows every day with the hard work he does on the pitch. Every time you go in the gym, you see him there working, and in this age, I mean, this is exceptional for me, and he's still a super fit player, and hopefully we can also use his quality in the future, and I'm sure that he will get chances to play also.
I was going to say, he was obviously linked with a move away over the summertime and stuff like that, but obviously he's got an affinity to this club. You say you see him in the gym working hard all the time. Can he still play a role for you on the pitch this season?
Sure, every player. You can be sure that every player who is in our team is there because he can do something special for us, and that's what everybody has to know. And when they wait for the chance and get it, then they have to perform, and this is what we are hoping that everybody player does.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Ralph, obviously after last week, you've got a young squad. How do you lift your young players though after last weekend, obviously with the boos at the end of the game?
I think it is normal. I think you don't need to have the booze after the game, that you know that you are disappointed about the result. This is no question. Finally, we have a whole week to prepare for a fantastic game. I mean, when you watch them and when you see what you are facing now, I mean, this is exciting for us, and we are going there not to to look how good they are. We want to show how good we are. And for a young player, I mean, don't underestimate them. They are not scared. They are most of the time super motivated and want to show how good they are.
And the players, obviously 6 changes last week, but how impressive have you been with the attitude of those that weren't in the 11 last week?
Yeah, I think, as we said, after the Villa game, it was important that we have a few changes there and try to give some others a chance to play. And with some I have said that was absolutely okay. Others I think can do more, and we expect a little bit more. But in the end, we are 21 players, and everybody showed this week that he wants to play against Man City, and now it's up to me to find the right mixture.